also mention X-Men. So my first question to you, Sir Patrick Stewart, is, what took you so long to make your Comic-Con appearance?
Can I just point out, first of all, that actually I'm a Broadway girl too. You see, I thought I'd been here already. It was my publicist who told me that I hadn't. I must have come down here for a party and thought I was at Comic-Con. But I do remember when we were still shooting the first X-Men movie, Bryan Singer came down here with a little cut of the film and came back to Toronto, where the first movie was shot, saying that we had been given a seal of approval by Comic-Con, and that was about as good as it gets.
Yes, it definitely is. Yeah, you would know it if you were at Comic-Con before, I think. But, you know, so tell us how the project came about, and also talk about your character, Tug.
Well, I love doing animation. I've always loved watching animation, and right now my feeling is that the greatest advances in cinema are being made in the world of animation. And such a diversity of new work is being done. The look of the films, the sound of them, the storylines, the boldness of the filmmaking. I think it's the most exciting thing happening in cinema. So whenever there is an opportunity to have some part of this new wave of great filmmaking, I like to join it. I've done a little bit of voiceover work in the past, and I was, of course, drawn to this because of its iconic associations, because I haven't done many iconic pieces of work in my life. and so to be associated, you know, with those two letters, O-Z, or Z, as we so quaintly say in England, was a huge compliment.
Well, because Patrick, you and Megan are both Broadway girls, the question is, you know, between your stage work, your contact with the people, with the audience, and of course your film and television work too, what are the challenges of doing animation where it's basically you're just in a video booth and you may not even meet the cast until the press day?
Okay, all right. It's a very different skill set because you can't rely on any physicalization. So it's one of the ultimate creative experiences you can have in our profession, I think, because you really just get to go and try out anything you want.
We're both stage actors. I've always thought of myself as a stage actor who occasionally does movies and television. And so when I get in front of a film camera, invariably the director is saying to me, less. It's quite the opposite in my experience. You must tell me if it coincides with yours, that in animation the directors always want more, bigger. And I really enjoy that part. You know, it's quality hamming is what I do. And you don't have to put on makeup, and you don't have to dress up in silly costumes. All that's done for you. And you know, I'll tell you something. There's something about people that work in animation, and believe me, I'm not blowing smoke here, but they are the nicest people that you ever get to work with.
It's true. It's really true.
Well, you know, we've been talking about the film. What do you say we take a look at some clips for the first time? Now, Megan, I understand this first clip is all about you, so
of course it is.
Please take it away.
Is this on? Hello? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to lead you all. You can stay right there, sir. I'm gonna go to this side. Everybody ready? Everybody vocally prepared? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sir Patrick Stewart. Happy birthday to you. You did very well. Thank you all very much for
Nice job, Holly.
being
Nice
spontaneous
job.
with me.
Now, to follow up that special rendition of Happy Birthday, we have our first question, so please take it away.
Hi, I just want to say, first of all, Patrick, I love you. I love your work. Can I have butt sex?
Boom, dude.
That's inappropriate. Come on, you pay me $15 to get them.
Okay, you got a question?
I apologize. Okay, I'm going to be serious. Sir Patrick Stewart, I want to say you're the man. I love you, man. You're awesome. You're great. I think you're the greatest actor out there because you're awesome. Okay, clap one. Okay, what made you really want to get with this project? I think it's awesome. You're involved with it. I think it's really nice. But so, I mean, it's Wizard of Oz. So, I mean, sorry, I'm kind of a spaz. But what did you want to do it?
I think you've almost answered the question yourself. I mean that in the nicest possible way, because it's a privilege to be associated with something so iconic and historic in terms of the movie business and show business at all. I don't have a lot to do in this. I don't have a number.
Yet.
Are you serious? You mean I might have? One line. Could we sing together?
Aw, there you go.
Well,
We work very well together.
for all those reasons, thank you.
Next question.
Record our scenes together. We did them as a duologue, and that was great. And I did something with Whoopi Goldberg in an animated movie when again we worked together. But it is kind of lonely, isn't it? Sometimes they will play recordings of somebody who's gone before you. But mostly you're on, and the best part is when you get to look at any pictures, drawings, or anything that's even been roughly animated. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Yep.
Actually,